right, guys. Wolfman. This was one of my pretty anticipated movies. I think we were all pretty excited for this one. Some more than others. But what did you guys think? We all seen it.
I feel like that guy in like Kill Tony who raps the mic 12 times. I want to do that. Keep rapping.
Yeah.
I thought I got a chord. I thought it was solid. It was a solid horror movie.
I thought it was decent.
I did not.
No,
Really?
not at all.
No.
Wow. Okay. Well,
In the beginning, I thought it was going to be. Like, even when the movie started.
yeah.
Like, it starts out, and it, like, said... Like, basically makes it you think it's going to be, like, a Native American, like... fairy tale folklore kind of deal.
Yeah.
Because that's what it says. And then it never comes back to that at all.
No, it didn't, did it?
But it does have the good quote in the beginning. It says, it's not hard to die. It's the easiest thing in the world. And I was like, oh, this might be sick.
That's a hard quote.
And then fell apart from me.
And then also Joe pointed out that the mushroom thing, it never really
Oh, I feel like there
paid
was
off on the mushroom thing
a
as well.
lot of stuff that never really paid off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like foreshadowed and just didn't go back to.
But I thought it was decent. I thought it was a good effort. I didn't think it introduced any fresh ideas into the werewolf subgenre.
My exact words were painfully boring.
Wow, really? You
Really?
hated it? You really hated it?
For most of it, I literally leaned over to Sophie and I said, I don't think I've ever seen a werewolf movie be this boring for so long.
Oh, wow.
I mean, some of the stuff you gave crazy ratings to was saying that's boring. It's crazy.
That is
to me.
funny.
Well, yeah, but like
That is very funny.
different movies.
Yeah,
Yeah. I thought
different
the,
expectations and feeling.
But
let me-
there are things I liked about it.
Yeah. Let me just read the plot real quick. A family at a remote farmhouse is attacked by an unseen animal, but as the night stretches on, the father begins to transform into something unrecognizable. So basically, it starts with like an opening scene of him as a child, and his father and him are hunting, and then they see the werewolf in the distance, which I thought was one of the creepiest scenes in the movie, and
Yeah, the beginning was good.
that opening scene was really good because the tension was so high. Because that whole time you're expecting something when the kid's walking and that I enjoyed that scene quite a bit. And then it goes to present day. He's married with a child now, and his father has passed away, and he wants to go home and get some of his belongings, right, and bring
Clear out the house.
clear out the house
Yeah.
and bring him home. So he takes his family because his family's kind of like. His wife's like
They're
thinking about leaving him or whatever.
wearing thin.
Yeah, like that was actually really good acting by her. Like
She rules.
she's really good. But yeah, it's that's basically the plot. They arrive and they run into a guy that
He grew up with.
He grew up
Forgot.
with, which
Because, I mean, they haven't seen each other since they were children.
yeah, and the odds of them running into him and then him recognizing him was pretty out there. But
We pull up on that guy's driveway,
Yeah.
thinking it was his dad's, and the guy's like, "Oh, this is my
Which
driveway."
also, come on. I feel even if you haven't been there since you were a kid, if you literally grew up there, I think you would remember which driveway.
yeah,
No,
maybe
he was a kid. That's like crazy backwoods country. There's not even a driveway. It's like trees.
Yeah, but
But then they pick the guy up. The guy leads them to the dad's house. But before they even get there, there's something in the road. They swerve, and then the thing topples over, and that's when he gets clawed,
yeah.
and the other guy gets taken away, and that's when the transformation
Yeah.
begins. They get chased into the father's house, and luckily it was close enough.
Actually, they didn't care about the guy that fell out of the car at all.
No, they
Family was
didn't,
just
did
like,
they?
"Oh, where'd that guy go?" They didn't say it one time. They were like,
Yeah.
"Let's get to the house."
Yeah. No,
No,
honestly,
it was bizarre.
the makeup effects were good, right? The werewolf
I liked it.
transformation was cool. When he started eating his own arm, that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Like a
That
wild
actually
animal.
made me cringe, man.
I said the sound design was very cool at some parts.
It was good.
The fade out thing was very effective. Like,
Like his view.
yeah, like how it faded in and out. Like he wolf view. Like
Yeah.
person.
One of the sound design parts was cool, which was the spider. What you
Yeah.
you heard that, and I was like, I knew it was going to be something small.
Yeah,
I didn't know
exactly.
what it was going to be though.
I
And
thought it was gonna be like a blind tapping or like something.
There's
Not
something
like a
outside.
spider walking.
yeah,
I like that it was like a slow transformation. Like he smelled
Well,
the beef jerky
that was a
first
nice
and was like,
touch.
huh, and then heard the spider. And
that was
then,
a
like,
nice touch.
It
Saw,
was-
saw some teeth.
Scary and tense at like for tiny parts. The spaz sound like wound scene was creepy. The chewing off his hand was sick.
Yeah,
And it was a clever way to get around not messing up the transformation. Like where they didn't really show it. It was slow, and just every time they'd come back to him, he was a little more different.
And then he also,
Which I feel like was smart, because
Yeah.
even if you do a good transformation, one misstep and everybody shreds how bad your transformation was.
it did show some of the transformation
Yeah.
outside, though. Remember?
Well, yeah,
And-
but I mean, like leading up to that, like it very much like he's normal. His face is kind of iffy. He's sweaty and weird, and then like every time they showed him, he was a little bit different. Instead of showing all of those changes, happen
Right,
at once.
right.
But also, for me, it's not a werewolf movie. It's a wolf man, so it's
Right.
different. So it's not going to be a full werewolf transformation. He's just like diseased and
half wolf,
turning
half
into
man.
an animal. Yeah.
At least they had her be smart enough not to leave the battery.
Yeah.
Like when she charged the car, I was like, if she leaves the battery, dude, this is so fucking.
A nice
dumb.
touch, though, was the broken jaw when he broke his own jaw.
That was
Yeah.
sweet.
That was pretty cool.
Why did claws hitting a plastic tarp sound like knives scraping metal or glass? They were literally on a tarp, and he was jumping, poking it with his claws, and it literally sounded like Shredder's claw on a fucking chalkboard or something. Like it was metallic, cling, 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 cling noises.
Huh.
But he
I
was
didn't
just
get that.
shredding a tarp. Also, I saw it in IMAX, so maybe that had part to do with it. But it was like Freddy, like ring, ring, ring. But it was literally just the tarp. That he was, you know what I'm talking about?
Right,
When they're on
right.
top of the greenhouse,
Yeah.
sitting there. When he was jumping
Yeah.
up, it was literally like ting, 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 ting.
Do you know if there are any metal pieces? They were. I mean, he might have been hitting like metal pieces or something.
Well, I mean, it literally showed him his hand go through the tarp, and like there were holes in the plastic.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, I mean, I'm sure they added it just for effect, but like it just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
Him lumbering into the house like a zombie or a Frankenstein was hilarious. Like I couldn't help but laugh. Like when he comes back in the house like drunk and just like "Urgh."
Yeah.
It was like so funny and like awkward.
It was pretty funny, wasn't it?
Then the fights were okay. Like between the wolves.
I thought they were good because it wasn't any CGI. It was just
And then the trap
Makeup.
escape.
Yeah. You know what though? I thought it was a bit just cheesy, and you
Yeah,
know.
but
you don't need two werewolves
were-
fighting in a Wolfman movie.
2 wound scenes. The first one was when he started attacking his hand.
arm. Yeah.
Like when he was like licking it and then biting it.
Yeah.
The other one is when he bit off the bear
leg.
trap.
Yeah. Yeah.
So both of them were pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I said he looked like he was about to ask for some sugar water.
Uh,
Sugar and water.
I mean, I didn't go in expecting a groundbreaking.
Oh, I didn't either.
Wolf
I wasn't as
movie.
excited as you guys were.
I mean, I excited. I thought it was cool.
For a part of it, I wanted to know more what was in the greenhouse than I cared about anything else in the movie at one point. Because they kept showing the greenhouse and literally never showed what was inside. And I was like,
Yeah.
what's in that fucking greenhouse?
Just vegetables, I'm guessing. You know.
The kid's voice was kind of annoying to me. But that's almost every movie.
Yeah, that kid
And then-
was not the greatest actress.
This
but
is the
she
big
is only
question.
like 8 or whatever.
This is my big question. Was this werewolf a better or worse dad than Chris Benoit?
well, no,
Well, he didn't kill him.
he
so
didn't.
But he
kill him,
tried.
So he
So
did-
what's worse?
No,
If you terrorize them and then
Definitely-
make them kill you, or if you kill them, what's
no,
worse?
Killing them is definitely worse.
Is it though? Because now
100%.
they're scarred and they murdered you.
No, but they're alive. They get to live the rest of their lives.
Yeah, but what if they're damaged goods now because
I mean,
they
that-
had to put you
No,
down?
no, they
The
get to
kid is
live the
wrecked.
rest of their lives, so they're fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
yeah, the kid is
They're
wrecked.
not fine. That's
No,
not. Okay,
no,
first
they're
of all-
not fine. They're not fine, but they get to live the
I
rest of
get
their
that,
lives.
but
They
you-
didn't get their lives shortened.
I
So
understand, but you
so
can't
Kristen Wiig is the worst father yet.
Yeah, I know, Ben. It was a joke.
Okay.
But you can't go, oh, it's fine. They're alive. It's fine. They're definitely
for
not fine. They're
no, they're
traumatized
for a long time.
yeah, for like a little girl having to help execute her father.
But they got to stop and see a quick, sweet view at the end. They had to check out that valley.
Yeah, that was so
I
funny
was
to
like,
me.
what are you doing?
Oh,
when the summer ends, they'll get over it. You know what I mean?
and then so werewolves, and then this, 2 big L's for me.
Ah, yes.
At least there wasn't a crazy glare lens flare through this whole movie. I guess
Actually, some
I
decent
expected some-
cinematography in this
Expected
movie.
more from an Aussie. The director's Australian,
Actually, some decent cinematography in this movie.
but we're not going for that.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like the good parts, some of them.
It does add to any film, though. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys want to get to ratings?
Sure.
Oh, another thing. Yeah, I just thought the creature design was felt a bit unfinished.
What did you spaz out for? Because he touched you? We got a Wolfman right here.
No, he said he was getting the ratings and then didn't, so he's furious.
Right.
What'd you give it?
All right, yeah, let's get to ratings.
Yeah,
so
there's
what,
way
you're
better.
saying the end result Wolfman wasn't finished, is what you think?
The
Like it looked like
creature design.
Underwhelming.
Yeah, it looked a little unfinished and underwhelming, if I'm being honest.
I think maybe we all just like werewolf movies better than Wolfman, because there's not one Wolfman movie that we're like, that movie's amazing. But there's some werewolf movies that are banging.
Right.
There's many more werewolf movies that are better.
I think the best design is like a huge werewolf, like Dog Soldiers. That's a great design.
For sure. That's also a werewolf, though.
American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, that transformation's awesome.
Great looking werewolf.
Yep.
Which is just like another case like Jaws. How have they not done it
I know.
since?
It's
Crazy.
absurd.
Crazy. But yeah, I
Movie
gave it
rules.
ratings. I gave it a 6.
Give it 6.5.
4.5.
Huh? All right.
Okay, and what do you guys think? Watch it ASAP, watch it whenever, or skip it?
ASAP, for sure. No.
Right, I'll say whenever.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would say skip it or whenever. It doesn't. Let's be honest. Even if I say skip it, I'm seeing it. So who am I to tell somebody to skip a movie?
Right. All right, yeah, that's it, guys. That's our review for Wolfman. Yeah, that's a watch it whenever. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Later.